The Union Windmill was built in 1814 and stands at the highest point overlooking the town of Cranbrook. It is the tallest surviving smock mill in the British Isles, measuring 72 feet to the top of the cap. There's an 8-sided, 3-storey brick base and a 4-storey fixed wooden tower above that. It's clad in white painted weatherboard. It has 4 sails called sweeps in the southeast, with patent shutters and a fantail which keeps the sweeps facing into the wind at all times. The windmill was built for Mary Doble, a local candle maker, by the Cranbrook millwright James Humphrey, just before the end of the Napoleonic Wars, to set up her son Henry in business. After Napoleon was defeated in 1815, there was a Great Depression in England and many businesses went into bankruptcy, including Henry Doble's in 1819. As a result, it was conveyed to and operated by the Union of Creditors, local farmers and businessmen, hence the name Union Mill. Here we see a piece of equipment called a smutter, which was used to remove a deadly fungus that grew in imported American wheat before being added to the whole grain English wheat. Here we see a flour dresser that sorted the flour into various grades. The white flour was the most expensive, having to be sifted through silk.
This is to say it came up as high as it could,
yeah,
but also to look into the
more,
top of the
yeah, you
mill
can't
there.
see that from down there, can you?
Yeah, and
That's what makes it all go there.
the thing to really understand with windmills is that you can only grind if the wind is coming directly at the windmill, so the sails need to face into the wind, and the cap, which above your head's the wheel there, truck wheel, is like a carriage wheel, so everything from that wheel above goes round and will rotate 360 degrees.
That part of the windmill.
The windmill,
yeah.
so the cap, the very top one.
Right, yeah.
And today this is one of the sweeps, we call them, rather than sails. So I think the mill is probably facing southwest, which basically means that the wind is coming from southwesterly direction.
Big wheel must be the end, isn't it?
Do you have a cowl on
that
the
wood?
house? Is it similar mechanism?
That's all made of
There's
wood,
a thing
isn't
called
it?
a fantail, which I'll be able to explain further down.
So the
but
sails turn that great big wheel, doesn't it?
the fantail picks up any change in the direction of the wind
Yes.
and turns the cap to face into the wind.
And so as we made our way downwards, our tour and brief insight into the workings of windmills came to an end. Now for the pub.